Oh, I was thinking, like, what's a good title for this episode, Lane? I just have live today with Lane Harper.
Dude, look, man, I'm just along for the ride, dude. All right.
Perfect. That's
you guys are the conductors. I'm just shoveling the coal, man.
I'm more of a caboose guy.
All right, boom.
Understood.
I like to trail behind everybody.
Yeah, he's just slacking. All right, we got
slacking in mileage for the month.
Boom,
man.
go live. Let me see. Let me change this.
Probably people be jealous of my natural ways I got, man.
You curly?
It looks like you just took. I mean, man, I got wavy hair, you know?
It's not like just straight up, just straight.
I gotta walk, like, I gotta wake up, put on a hat, because if I don't, dude, it's done.
Yeah, if I don't take a shower in the morning, I'm wearing a hat, because my hair is just, dude, like, dumb.
See, like, this is the first time I've woken up before 9:58 in the past, like, year and a half. So.
What time you gotta go to work?
Around 10. I gotta be in around 10. And, you know, I wake up at about 9:58 and I'm like, ugh. I spend about like 45 seconds screaming and then I just spend the rest
there
of
you
the,
go.
You know,
you're there.
Minute and 15 getting there.
Pretty exact.
Yeah.
Get it down to the second.
Yeah, dude, it's become like a stable rhythm that I've found for myself.
Right, whatever works.
Solid routine.
That's me whenever when I wake up, it's more like hit snooze 7 times. Hopefully I'll get up.
Yeah,
I usually just wake up before my
I'm
alarms.
fired, bro.
You
know what, Peyton? We're not a robotic RoboCop clock like you are, dude. You know?
Waking up at 3 p.m.
If you set like one alarm, if I've had times where I've set like one alarm and it works because I'm like only have one alarm. I have to get up or I'm like I'm not getting up. So that helps.
Or you just don't wake up to that alarm and then you're screwed.
Which is never, when people say my alarm didn't go off, it's either they didn't set it or it went off and they snoozed it.
Right.
If I know me, like if I put my phone next to me at night, I have to put mine across the room so I get up and cut it off. But if I put it next to me, I'm just going to snooze it and fall right back to sleep. Probably cut the alarm off and just sleep in.
Well, dude, like Peyton, what's crazy, after you said that, I thought about it, bro. I set my alarm this morning for 7 a.m. and something came about me, man. I woke up and I looked at my phone and it was 6:58 and I was like, wow.
I have awoken.
Yeah, I usually wake up like an hour and a half before my alarm, so
not
crazy,
2
minutes. It's not on purpose.
You were a psychopath.
He finished his sleep cycle.
I got 5 hours, 3 minutes of sleep last night, or yesterday, not last night.
I don't even know.
What I really think it is, dude. You know, I watched The Bear on Hulu. I finished it, and The Bear has really changed my life. Like, my work ethic is completely improved now. I feel like a chef.
Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I'm sure.
No, not that one.
Might improve my life.
Great movie. So it's on Hulu? I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, dude, it's really good. Jeremy Allen White's
5:47.
Shameless. What is that?
That's how long I slept. 5:47. Oh, 6:49.
Yeah.
I don't have a sleep for today because I didn't sleep today.
I'm gonna sneeze.
I mean, I do have it on my watch. That was the last time
Welcome to the Put Work In podcast. We have Lane Harper today. Of course, Peyton Cook.
Who?
You.
Oh.
Lane Harper. Yeah. His mom actually owns our gym.
Yup, that she does.
Hey, so Mom, if we say anything off the wall here, we could get our memberships revoked. So
I'm not going to bring up the weight at the gym.
Oh, there was something.
Or the barbells.
Or Peyton getting in the gym for free. Peyton Franklin getting in the gym for free for like a year.
Oh, she still talks about that to this day. Yeah, she hates y'all.
It's
I'm
hilarious.
joking. I've never heard anything
This
about
man.
That's it, man. Wow, she plays the part well.
So Peyton, he had a membership like 3 years ago. Apparently, well, he lost his card or whatever. At least that's what he told me. And his membership, like his card declined like 2 years ago, and he's back working out at the gym. And for some reason, his card was working because I wasn't letting him in, and he was getting in the gym. I guess like they were just being nice and didn't cancel his membership and forgot to cancel it. And he was getting in the gym forever, and they were like, "Who's letting him in?" And I was like, "Bro, Peyton, I'm not letting you." Like I would go in the gym and like close the door and be like, "You have to get yourself in. I'm not finna get blamed for this." But
You've let me in a couple times when I didn't have my card.
well, that's different.
I have been
Slam
paying
Y'all
for
want to know
6
what's
years,
crazy? Just don't go to the gym. It's
And you
easy.
don't go to the gym.
Kick them off. Podcast over.
But no, dude, you know, I pull up to Go Performance whenever I was there, and I just feel like, hey, Mom, open the door right quick through the app, you know, because I'm bougie like that. I can do that. You guys are having to use your little swipers.
Yeah, Lee.
You know?
Dang, I'm about to
Be
download
like
this
that,
app.
man.
You know,
They got an app? What? She's got an
There
app,
is an
probably.
app. There is an
Unlock
app.
it
Every
as
time
I'm walking up to the
every
door.
time somebody swipes a card or like walks through the camera, it gives her a notification.
Oh, that would bug the crap out of me.
Yeah, dude. So like
What if
these
she's just up
kids
at all
in
hours of
baseball
the
think
night?
they're
Bro,
swiping
what if
through
she
the
has been watching us in the gym, bro? Like
She's counting our weights, making sure we're lifting enough weight.
she's watching our dances.
So
She's
I
like,
can
man, these
guarantee y'all
dudes are
she
weak.
probably doesn't. She just started reading, you know, like recently just started reading. And I call her like twice a week and I'm like, hey, Mom. She's like, what? I'm like, Jesus. Okay. What are you doing? Reading? And she's like, yes, I'm reading.
Frustrated
What?
you interrupted me.
Yeah. She'll listen to an audiobook at the same time she's reading it. How backwards is that?
I guess
But,
that
you know,
makes
I guess, you know,
Yeah.
if you can't really read.
well you can take
tell
it
Mom,
in.
you know?
If you lose focus, you have it coming in twice.
I guess so, yeah, you're right.
So we and Lane were just talking about how this is really how me and Lane were introduced. I think Carson brought you over to my house, but well, actually, I think I saw you at like a Methodist church man meeting, or so, like not the men, but like the guys. I feel like you were there. But anyways, where I really met you, you came to my house and we started recording a song. Like you wanted to be a rapper, and this is the mic we used. I still have all the same equipment, which is probably about time to get some new stuff because
Yeah, dude, that's been
having
almost about 10 years.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm putting it's not rough, you know, I treat it good. But flashback to that one time, bro. I was like, your first song, and I was like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It was pretty bad, dude.
It was bad.
Oh, it was pretty bad.
And then like, I don't know when you actually started like for real, like doing the music, because like when you started putting stuff out, like towards the end, I guess the end of your high school career, like it was, you had some legit stuff, bro. You're really talented.
Yeah, dude.
You came a long way.
Yeah, man. I've been making stuff here and there still, but not really, you know, releasing anything. Just kind of having stuff on the back burner, you know. But yeah, man. I mean, I started recording my stuff like almost, you know, 10 years ago after going over there with you guys, and just kind of, you know, slowly progressed up the chain, man.
I remember you were trying to fit a lot of words in between each beat. Like you were like,
oh yeah,
no. Like it was. I can remember that specific like detail of what was. But you've cleared that up, man. Like I said, you're really talented.
Well, you know, dude, at that time I was like a real big Logic kid. And I was like, oh yeah, Logic's the best rapper alive.
But Carson was kind of doing kind of that similar flow right around then too. Like he was trying to. It just like, I guess it just works for him because it wasn't working for you or Carson.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like I need to drop my EP.
Yeah, man, drop your. I'm not gonna. I was gonna be mean. Sorry. I was gonna get canceled again.
Again,
here's the thing, Lane. Can you get canceled if you've never had a show scheduled?
You get canceled
if we're not even cancelable.
Not even cancelable.
But we can be unhinged.
We're not even big enough to be cancelable.
I'm sure they could find a reason. Somehow,
yeah, some
way.
They probably have to just arrest us.
It's like that one dude's got a flag in his background. We ought to cancel him. That's
obviously racist.
Yeah.
All right, we're not gonna go there. But anyways, yeah, man, I haven't worked on music in like 2 or 3 years, but I have like 30 unfinished songs that are like,
dude.
And then I lost one of my computers, and like, they were like, I lost some of my best songs. I had to remake them just based off of recordings I had on my iPhone. And man, I was so mad. But I don't even know. I'm not even like, I really want to do music, but at the same time, like, it's just not right now.
Go gym.
Yeah, I've been going to the gym. Like, that basically replaced my whole music career. I remember when I came to your house and we did that one song, and I shot that little YouTube vlog. It was like 3 minutes long, and I did the interview with you. That was like right when I started going to the gym.
Now you're a marathon runner.
Man, it's been like 3 years. It feels like longer though. Maybe 4 years. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, now I'm running marathons. I'm just dumb, bro.
Better you than me, dude.
Yeah.
Better you than me. I'm happy for you.
Well, I guess thanks.
No, bro, I guess after tomorrow I'm going to be at, not tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, right? Not my tomorrow, but your tomorrow.
I think it's your tomorrow, bro.
It's going to be
our tomorrow.
It's going to be the end of my tomorrow.
See, now Lane's confused.
Are there different kinds of tomorrow?
I'm on a different schedule now. I'm on a night shift schedule.
Oh, got you. So, yeah, those suck, dude.
What?
You got to be a different breed to pull off a night shift like that.
I talked to my boss today about getting off. It's terrible.
Good luck. All right, here we are. Studio session with Lane Harper. Let's see. August 13th, 2019. So it's been 4 years.
Yeah, dude. 4 years.
And a month. And then I did...
In 2 days. Don't forget the 2 days.
The interview with you. We were wearing my shirts. It was pretty cool. That was a fire song, though.
You didn't give me a shirt.
I got them, bro. You want one?
You knew me back then.
I still got them, bro.
I still got my shirt, too.
So, 4 years. I've been going to the gym for 4 years. That's crazy. I was thinking it was 3. I've been saying 3 for 3 years. So
how come I've been going for 6 and you're stronger than me?
Because I eat enough.
Yeah, you deadlift more than me, squat more than me, run more than me.
I don't deadlift more than you or run more than you. I have squatted more than you in recent history.
Bench more than me.
I do bench.
I don't know if you strict press more than me.
No, I don't. Lane's like, what?
He's like, I'm just, letting y'all talk your gym bro talk.
Yeah,
it's like looking off into the distance, imagining how great it would be if I actually went to the gym. But,
man, I've seen you go for like a week before. You were killing
dude.
it.
I went for like, I have my spurts.
Well, you look like a big, strong guy at least.
Watch like an inspirational movie, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym. And the next week, I'm like, I'm not gonna go to the gym anymore.
You just read you a chapter of a David Goggins book and go kill yourself on a run or something.
I'm not gonna lie, like,
yeah, dude.
That's probably what got me in the gym is like a Rich Froning CrossFit documentary on Netflix. I need to do that.
I used to think.
Go ahead.
I used to think CrossFit was some kind of like Christian thing because
It makes sense.
Jonathan started going to Go Performance like a year before, or like right after it opened, and that's what he was doing was the CrossFit. So I'm over here like, he's a preacher, he's like does CrossFit, I'm like, okay, maybe it's some kind of like Christian workout. No, just not at all. Actually, it's the opposite. It makes you want to cuss.
Look, it's saying all that CrossFit got me in the gym, but here I don't even do CrossFit really. But I have a CrossFit hat on, CrossFit Mayhem. And then this is a CrossFit shirt.
I got a CrossFit hat on.
Black Rifle. No, that's not. No. Coffee.
Black Rifle CrossFit.
Black Rifle CrossFit, is that the coffee company? And they do CrossFit?
That's just something I just made up.
It's the coffee company. He just made
it. You're all blurry. It does say coffee. Yeah, you had me thrown off there for a second.
Oh crap!
It's like CrossFit.
So man, what you been up to? Lane Harper.
Hooey.
Hooey. I mean, dude, not too much, dude. Working, work at a rehab now. I'm a substance abuse counselor. So
what does that consist of, really? Like, what is that?
So, I basically talk to people about their lives, where the decision happened in their life to use drugs to, fill in the gaps. Does that make sense? Like stuff that they're missing in their life, so they use drugs to compensate for that. That kind of thing.
Basically just kind of processing certain stuff that led them to where they're at.
Right, exactly. Just taking like a deep dive, looking into things, talking about it, and fixing them, handling them.
Okay.
Yeah,
how did you end up doing this in this role of substance abuse? You said counseling?
Oh man, yeah, dude.
If you want, go way back, man, and go do whatever you want.
Right.
Start at birth. I came out and there was a bright light.
Yeah, there was a bright light, but no, like let's see, it was early 2020 around COVID. Actually kind of before COVID. I was working for this place, and at the time I was dating a girl. We'll name her we'll say like Susie. Me and Susie were dating, and we were dabbling in like every weekend, kind of like, smoking pot and doing pills here and there, you know what I'm saying? And then into 2020, COVID rolled around. I got unemployment checks coming through, stopped working at that place, started getting my checks, and I started spending more money on these pills, and basically went all throughout the year of 2020 addicted to fentanyl. And it just kind of like sprouted out of nowhere, I guess, but not really out of nowhere. But it was there. And I went to rehab in 2020, got out, lasted about 3 months, I guess, and I had a wreck in 2021. So I was dating this other girl at the time. We'll call her Suzanne. And Suzanne
Susie
and I
Suzanne.
were dating.
That must be
very similar. Must be siblings.
Very similar. So I was dating her at the time. I was leaving her house one morning, and of course I was on like Suboxone. I was doing a maintenance program to where, like, if do y'all know what Suboxone is?
I've heard of it.
Okay, so
I'm more of an MMA guy, but
got you.
You watch some boxing?
Some boxing. So Suboxone it's a maintenance drug that keeps you off of opiates. Doesn't like keep you off of them, but there's two main components in it. One being a synthetic opiate called buprenorphine, and the other one being a like dopamine receptor blocker called naloxone, right? And when you take this drug, Like you have your dopamine receptors, right? Like here's your brain, here's the dopamine receptors on the back of it, okay? You take the naloxone, the buprenorphine being the opiates, attach itself to the receptors, and then the naloxone sticks on top of it like glue. So that way you don't have
This man's getting scientific.
like feeling. So I'm just trying to explain what it is for you guys. Put some mass on it for you. Like it doesn't fall off as quick. Like you don't go into withdrawals, you don't get sick, and you don't like crave because you already filled in that gap. You got me? Good. All right. So back to the story. I was on Suboxone. I was still like dabbling with pills and stuff, and I was on the way to get some. I woke up one morning at her house, did not have a strip with me, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get some. Told her I was going to the McDonald's. Now, where she lived, it was like completely in the middle of nowhere. All right, and I was on the way to the next town over, smacked the back of a truck. Just not paying attention. Went 65 to 0, and like basically my whole right leg went up into my body and out of my right butt cheek. Right?
Ooh, that's brutal.
So yeah, it was
Wow,
pretty
this
rough.
just made
picture.
Luca cry. I
made
can
the kid
imagine
cry.
if.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. But I broke my hip, well, shattered my pelvis, fractured my femur, broke all of my ribs, broke the orbital bone in my face here, broke my nose. Yeah, dude, it was pretty rough. Laid there on the ground for like 45
Ow.
minutes waiting on an ambulance.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. They actually, when we called 911, the person was like, look, we have to get an air evac to you. And I was like, no, I don't have insurance. I'm not doing it. Send an ambulance. They were like, well, it's 45 minutes away. Are you sure? And I was like, yep, send the ambulance. So I just laid on the ground, dude, for like 45. Ambulance pulled up. They put me on there. And then it was another hour-long ambulance ride to the hospital. And
You
like,
meant middle of nowhere.
yeah, dude. And
Bro wasn't in the middle of nowhere. He was on the other edge of nowhere.
It
Yeah,
was on
dude,
the
we had to,
outskirts
they
of
took me
nowhere.
to Clarksdale Hospital.
Like, here's this end, and he's on this
Wow.
end.
I was in the so middle of nowhere. They took me to Clarksdale.
I didn't even know
Hospital.
Clarksdale had a hospital.
Bro,
Right,
Clarksdale's
dude?
real?
Yeah, bro, it is. And when I get there, they were like, "Oh yeah, you know, we can't
Send you somewhere else.
do surgery or nothing because it was Memorial Day." They're like,
You weren't doing the MRF? I
It's
mean,
like, oh, we're at work, but we're
Oh,
not going to
dude.
work for you.
I did, yeah.
lit.
Yeah, dude, they gave me my X-rays and stuff, and then they were like, they're like, look, we have to ship you to Region 1, and I was like,
You going to a bank?
okay,
Memphis.
Memphis,
The Med.
the Med. They were like, yeah, we got to ship you there because if we don't, then you are going to lose your right leg because there is no blood flow to the bottom. Like it was just completely like that. So I was like, okay. So they shipped me. It's pretty crazy, dude. I rode on a helicopter for the first time. I was like looking out of the windows and stuff.
Ended up on a helicopter anyway.
Isn't that crazy how it works, man? You know,
Like,
They
oh, I
were-
don't want to spend money, but here, we're going to make you spend
How are
money
you
on
so
guys.
conscious during all this?
dude.
I
Okay,
would've
so
probably
at
blacked out.
first,
I hope I would have.
At first, I was dope sick, right? At first, I was dope sick, and when they put me in there, because I remember now I'm on Suboxone, and they were shooting me up with all this stuff, and I was like, it's not working,
okay.
it's not working, and then they said, like, oh, Suzanne's in the waiting room, and she's like, he's on Suboxone, like that, to screaming to the doctors. And they're like, you're on Suboxone? And I was like, yeah. And, you know, with Suboxone, that drug that's in a naloxone, if you take other opiates with it, it just bounces off the dopamine receptors because that other stuff is on top of it, covering it up. So it doesn't get you high, right? So they had to put in this other stuff into me. And as soon as they did, everything hit at once. And I was just like,
Boom.
good stuff. I was ready to go then, man. But,
It's like,
yeah,
good, let me go.
it was a pretty conscious moment, dude. I was like looking around. I remember getting rolled out of the waiting room and into the helicopter. I flew the whole ride over looking at stuff. High as a kite. Remember landing on the roof of Region 1? It was crazy.
How was the view up there?
Oh, dude, I mean, it was pretty sick. You know, lots of farmland, Mississippi Delta.
Yeah.
You know,
Just basically all fields.
that's about it. It was cool, though, dude.
Hey, Dylan's technically in the Delta now.
Do what?
Dylan's technically in the Delta now.
Are you doing?
I don't know.
They don't change the zone. They
Oh,
changed
yeah, the
hunting
zoning.
zones. Yeah,
Technically, the Delta,
everything west of
about 55.
55.
Yeah, I'm in the Delta hunting zone.
Jeez.
But technically,
Bro,
I'm
go
in like the
shoot some deer in his
Tallahatchie Delta.
backyard.
I live in town.
Got you.
So you're at the hospital.
Yeah, I'm at the hospital. Get my hip replacement or whatever, and then get out 7
So
days.
you had a
later,
hip
they sent me
replacement.
home.
You're like an old person.
Yeah, dude. I'm like an old person. In about 15, well now like 13 years, I'm sure I'm gonna have to get it replaced again. But I go home and I couldn't walk on it for like 4 months or something like that. They told me I had no weight bearing, so like I had to learn how to walk again. And I remember like they had me on a nerve block and like no pain medication at all. They had just put me right back on my other stuff. So I was on a nerve block, and I remember trying to get pills when I was home and nobody else would be there. So I would like have this guy come and drop me some off, and I'd like hobble outside and get them, you know. And then near the end of that, I was like completely back on the same routine of like getting pills and keep it going and keep it going. And it just started like progressively going downhill. Well, that's when like the pills started getting way too expensive. So I switched to just powder, just straight fentanyl powder, and was on that for close to a year, you know, snorting it, shooting it up, bouncing from like house to house, living in my truck, sleeping in the Walmart parking lot. It went downhill pretty quick, dude. Lost everything. You know, I had the DJ business going. Screwed over a ton of people. Like a ton of people. And lost that. Yeah, dude, it wasn't good. It was not good. And last March, 2022, I was staying with two guys. They were my roommates for about a year, and they were using too. And I remember I was waking up one morning because I had to go to work. I worked in Memphis, and I was like, "Oh man, it's 8 o'clock. I'm supposed to be there." And I get up really quick. And at the time, I was taking Xanax bars, but they were pressed. They had fentanyl in them. And I remember taking one that morning, and I got in my Tahoe, started heading to work, and then that was it. I wake up and I'm looking at the passenger window, like up in the air, and climb out, and they told me I flipped it 8 times. And
wow.
And I
How did
guess,
they count
dude, like the person that was watching, I guess. They said like I'd rolled from like the stop sign, and I was like, they said I started rolling at the stop sign. That's where I flipped. And I was like 35, 40 yards away from the stop sign. Like just like pretty crazy.
Peyton looks concerned.
I'm just focused, man. I'm like,
Focus, man.
like I had a wreck once. I flipped
Yeah.
once. Got a seatbelt burn, you know. That's about it.
Man.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty wild, man. It was I went straight to jail. They didn't even put me in the ambulance. Nothing like that. The highway patrolman pulled up on the scene, and he did the whole thing right there, and he was like, "All right, yep," handcuffed me, threw me in the front seat, and I don't know why he didn't put me in the back seat. He put me in the front seat. But this
Yeah,
is
something back there.
this is something for you though. So I'm on the way to jail, and my phone was ringing in my pocket. So, and I just knew it was my mom, dude. I knew it was Becky. So I'm like sitting here trying to get it out of my pocket. I'm handcuffed in the front. Cops like, what are you doing? I was like, dude, you don't hear my phone ringing? He goes, well, you're not going to get it. Good luck. And I was like, all right, dude, watch me. So I'm just sitting here like for 5 minutes. Phone's constantly ringing. Finally get it. I answer and I'm like, Mama, I'm going to jail. She was like, I know. You're done. You're staying in prison for the rest of your life. Don't call me on this. I was like, Mom. So she hangs up on me. I go to jail. And, man, I'm calling her. She ain't answering. And when she does, she's like, stop calling me. And all this. So I ended up bailing myself out when it got posted like 12 hours later. And got out and I told my mom, I was like, look, dude, it's time to go back to rehab. And she was like, okay. And then found me this spot. Turtle actually found this place. And he told my mom about it, and then I came, stayed here, did my program, and then I was like, you know what, this place is pretty nice. So I started, training, and then eventually started working here.
Awesome.
That's the shabam of it, dude.
Just,
The quick downfall.
Yeah. It happened quick.
Rising up like a phoenix.
Sometimes, most of the time, it takes something dramatic and quick just to kind of wake you up, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I mean, for anybody, especially with dealing with addiction, I think that a big part that plays in it is hitting rock bottom. Like having that moment of like that cognition of, okay, yeah, this is it, in order to actually like want to proceed to get help.
So,
I guess.
Somebody put it like this, if you want to go a mile, you can just walk. But if you want to go 2 miles, you're going to drive. You're going to get to the 2 miles quicker. So sometimes you'll make more progress with a bigger obstacle just because it's, it just seems like bigger, and
Right.
You work towards it a little harder.
Yeah.
But go back to the jail. Like, what was jail like?
Oh, dude, jail sucks, bro. That was like my shortest time being in jail. I don't even know how. No, I do know how I bailed myself out. I called my drug dealer, and I was like, "Yo, please tell me you got like $200 on Cash App. I gotta get out of jail." But he did Cash App me, and I got out of jail. My bail's bond.
What jail did you go to?
Tate County, man.
Tate County.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, but it wasn't really that bad.
I'd be forgetting other cities have jails.
Yeah, dude. My first one was Panola. That was pretty crazy. Not really. I mean, it was fine. I wasn't really in there long either. And then I've been to Lafayette. That was...
Been everywhere.
Well,
just testing them out.
You've been to Alcatraz. You've been to...
I've been to jail in Missouri, man. In Thayer, Missouri.
Well, at least there's... maybe you won't go back. Hopefully. You're not going back.
I mean, I'm definitely not going back. No. That's... Yeah.
I always think, man, I feel like one day I'll be in jail. Not for, like, doing anything bad, just for doing right. The way the world's going, but...
Dude, it's honestly just kind of a joke, You got 3 meals a day. You get to chill.
Yeah, you do that for 30 years. You get out and you're like, what do I do now? I need to go back.
Yeah.
I can eat 4 meals a day now. Awesome.
What? So is it like, people portray it as like you're just eating like,
I mean,
like
it's
slop
potatoes made out of cardboard,
and you're getting jumped 6 times a day, and other things that I'm not gonna say. But
I mean, dude, like
I guess jail and prison might be a little different.
From where
dropping your Dr. Squatch.
I can't. Like from where I was, I can't really like. speak on, you know, like if it was bad or not. Because like for one, I wasn't in there long, and then for two, like it was just kind of like, you know, I didn't really like go back into the actual jail per se.
Yeah.
You're in like holding or something.
Right. I mean, I was in like for one of them, I got back there, and that was in Panola. But the other ones, you know, I was just in the holding cells and the drunk tanks and shit and stuff. Sorry, guys. And but I mean, I have friends here, you know, and of course, one of them had been in jail for like the past 4 years or so, and he would tell me stuff. But I mean, you know, dude, I mean, it's just like anywhere, man. Like, you know, you have your good side of it, and you have your bad side of it, and you have your good crew, and you have your bad crew. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess just, but yeah, the food's terrible. Yeah, I will throw that one in there. Yeah,
So I would not be going to jail.
No zebra
Just
cakes or
because of the
cosmic
food.
brownies, bro. I'd lose it.
No fudge rounds.
No, they probably have those, dude. It's just, you know, somebody leaves them on your pillow and then don't eat it.
Oops.
If you eat it, they're gonna get it back, bro.
Man. So what a story.
Yeah, dude.
Glad to see
It was a
you
wild ride.
surviving and thriving, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It you know, it took a lot of hard work, but
So you
made it
are
out
you,
on the other side.
Yeah. Are you where you're at, like, just till further notice? You're doing what you're doing just until, or you
well,
have goals and plans for something else?
yeah, I mean, I got goals and plans. Like where I'm at now, I'm in I'm in an executive position now, so I'm kind of like over a certain department, division. So like for right now, I'm kind of like just going with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as like the future goes, I mean, I don't, you know, what happens. It just won't have to do with drugs or anything. But I mean, you know, you always want to go up from where you're at. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things we're gonna have to see what happens.
So we got a couple live chats. Carson said, "What's goody? Yo, what's goody?" He said, "Remember when you and Graves wanted to make a CD with one song and sell it for $6?" And then
Thanks, Carson.
So that's Carson. And then Cody Murphy said Legends. And then Peyton Franklin was trying to defend himself with the gym thing. So, but we're not gonna no take backs. And then I think my mom commented on YouTube. But yeah. Just a small crowd. We usually don't have very many people watch, but
Yeah, I mean, man, it's early too, dude. You know, but then again, I mean, I don't know.
it's
really
more
how
than
early
usual
it
because
is.
we're
I don't
usually
wake
at
up
like
this early.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
even see anybody's comment besides Carson's. What you talking about?
that's on the Facebook, and then
Yeah.
I have it on my page, my Deal the
Oh,
Young page, and then I have it on our. So we're streaming on 3 different pages
that
and on our YouTube.
explains it.
Explains it. Yep.
Yeah, that man explains it.
We need to get Carson on here.
Go see
Carson, if
Smitty,
you're listening, I'll invite you.
JC Fuego.
We're gonna
That's it.
We're gonna produce a song.
JC Fuego. We're finna do a live production. I'm gonna make a beat real quick.
I got the guitar.
What? I have made beats with the guitar.
I can move the. I mean, you know, there's some songs with just a guitar in it.
Do
like
that
Oh
song
Lord
by.
NF.
No, do that song by Sleeping on the Blacktop.
That's not the artist's name.
Well, you know what I'm
The
talking
way
about.
you worded it is like, hey man, do that song by Sleeping on the Blacktop.
Yeah, it's called Sleeping on the Blacktop. Peyton,
Dude,
you got anything
you
to
would-
say, bro? You've been quiet.
I've been listening, man. You're the one that's been interrupting, bro.
Yeah.
I said I don't mean to brag, but my wreck was probably as bad as his, you know. But like, I mean,
Well, I totaled my first car 7 days after I got my license
I told her my
But-
first car before I got my license.
by a school bus. I ran a red light and got T-boned by a school bus
Oh,
full of
Dylan.
kids.
I blame it on the school bus driver. Them guys so
Yeah,
crazy.
dude, it was a school bus driver's
How are
fault.
they just gonna run a green light like that
Yeah, dude.
without looking
So
both
I could
ways?
tell this story. If it was me and Kenneth Grantham, Kenny G, we're riding. I'm going to the bank to start a bank account. So I'm at that light on Eureka, right by the bank. It's like super slow if you're passing like Batesville Tire
Yeah.
Muffler.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there forever.
Bro, that light takes forever.
It took
That is a
forever.
long light.
So I'm like, all right. Oh, it's time to go. All right, the light's green, right? I didn't mean to run it, but I thought it was green. I guess I wasn't paying attention. But anyways, I'm like halfway across the intersection, and then like time slows down, and all of a sudden I can hear sounds. It's trippy. Anyway, I saw every blinker over there. It was like, I was like, whoa. So I turned to look at Kenny. I was like, Kenny, look at this. And then he's like reading Ricky Sundle's sign over there. He's like, there's baseball trials. I don't remember what it said, but he was like, wow. And then I looked at him, and all of a sudden there's this bus right here in my face. And I'm like, oh, beep. And next thing I know, I'm just like wrecked. We're sitting there. So we ended up, it hit us like, here's the bus. It hit us like this. And then like we ended up side by side. So Kenny couldn't get out, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, Kenny, you okay? He said, yeah. I was like, all right, get out. He was like, I can't. There's a bus. I swear I was just cussing everybody out. I swear I told my dad I'm pretty sure I cussed him out, but he said, you wouldn't have cussed me out. I would have knocked you out. Anyways, I was cussing like granddads out. That was back when I cussed a lot.
Mm.
It was like old man
That'll
asked
do
me
it
how
too,
I was
dude.
doing. I'm doing good, bro. Frick. Yeah, so that was
That'll
my
do it
first
to you.
car.
My first truck, like I had my permit. It was 26. It was May 25th, 2016. I'll be having them dates down, man.
Man,
It was the day after the last day of school. I'm on my way to church, man. I left early because, so somebody that used to go to church, his name's Matt Robertson. Hopefully we'll have him on here one day. I remember
look it up.
he was going. We were doing some kind of like planning at church that night. So like the youth group was going to be like planting some flowers or stuff. And I had him as a teacher at school. Not at that time, but he was one of my teachers. And I liked landscaping and stuff. So I'm like, you know what, Mom, drive me to church early. So I'm like 30 minutes to an hour early. And this guy, Matt, he was always like the last person at church, right? Well, I'm headed down Good Hope or Mount Olivet, and I get on Highway 315, and I'm headed towards church. And I think me and my mom were talking about something, but I had a song playing.
So your mom was with you. That's even worse, bro.
Yeah, my mom was with me. We'll get there. And,
No good, Peyton.
She,
Maybe Rick
I mean,
and
I only had my permit, right? It was
okay.
a 2001 Tacoma, and it was going to be my truck when I got my license.
It would have had a cooler in the back.
I was already planning on what sub I was going to put on the back seat.
What kind of
man.
Yeti cooler you were going to get?
I was going to have a 12-inch kicker back then. I'm glad I didn't go through with that. But anyway.
Now it's worse.
I get to y'all ever get on 315 towards Water Valley, that long straightaway right past?
Yeah, bro, you pointed it out one day when we passed it. You were like, hey, that's where I wrecked.
Yeah, I get to the end of that straightaway, and I'm listening to this song. It's called "The Stand" by Hillsong. I've never listened to it again. But I was listening to it while driving. I don't know if I daydreamed, blackout, or something, but I don't remember what happened. I just hear my mom screaming my name, and I then I come to,
and fell asleep,
and I'm like this on the road. I'm like, oh crap! So I pull a GTA maneuver. Right when you're on the side of the road, you swerve to the left and try to get back on the road. So I pulled that, and then I think we flipped. We flipped at least once.
Bro, you had your permit and you totaling cars. They should never let you get your license.
And then, man, I broke my guitar. My mom was in the back seat. I'm the one driving. My mom's the one that ends up in the hospital and with a broke tooth, bruised ribs, all kind gas in her head.
Yeah,
All I had was a
you abused your
seatbelt
mama.
burn, bro. I'm like, dang.
This man got a urinal in his bathroom at the house.
What?
Yeah.
You got a urinal, bro, in your bathroom?
Yeah.
Let's
Dude,
just say
that's
he
tight,
lives in a
dude.
man's house. That's a man's house,
Bro, I
bro.
was telling somebody at work last night, and this guy comes into the office while I'm talking about it. It's like, man, this dude's got a urinal in his house. He's like, he got a what? Yeah, dude, I'm probably gonna
That's
put one
pretty
in my
cool.
house when I move out.
Yeah, bro. I went to their house, bro. It's definitely a man-dominated house. There's one woman and 4 dudes, or has been 4 dudes.
There was.
4 mans, big mans.
There's gonna be a water fountain in there somewhere. I think my dad said he's gonna wait till my mom passes and then put one where the garbage cans at.
What? You gotta wait
Water fountain.
a long time, bro. So there's this thing that I came up with that, like, if you see it, like every Tacoma has a cooler in the back. Like, it's just like mandatory that they have a cooler in the back. So every time I see a Tacoma, I'm looking in the back of it for a cooler.
My mom has a
it's
Tacoma. They
logical.
don't have a cooler though.
Well, she's a woman.
Yeah. She also has a bed cap, so yeah, she's a woman.
See, same thing. It's basically a cooler. Just throw ice in it.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to work for Panola Pool, and with Chris Lott.
Yeah.
So
We need to have him on here.
yeah, dude, Chris is a good one. He had his podcasts like a couple years
Yeah.
ago. All the things, those are a trip. But
I listened to a couple of them.
yeah, dude, they're wild. So I was working for Panola Pool, and I was sitting in the store, and he was like, "Lane, I'm going to get you a work truck." So I'm like, "What, dude? I'm gonna get a work truck." He leaves and comes back with it's like a 1998 little single cab Tacoma. And I'm like, sick. I go outside, open the door, and he's like, "All right, go clean so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so." And I just like looked at him, and I looked at the truck, and I was like, "Chris." He's like, "What?" I said, "Dude, I don't know how to drive a stick shift." And he's like, "All right, come on." So he puts me in this truck, and dude, in 15 minutes, I learned how to drive a stick shift. And I promise you, every single hill I got on that day and like 4 weeks after that, I was rolling down. Like, would get up, it would poot, and then I would just, I don't know how I didn't wreck that truck, dude. And it was bad. But he would be getting calls like a few months later because I would, it's a stick shift, a little Tacoma, and I would think that I was a NASCAR driver. So I'd be whipping around in Batesville, just in between bobbing and weaving cars in this little Tacoma. It was terrible, dude.
Yeah, Lee. I never learned how to drive stick.
It's pretty fun, man.
Yeah, it seems fun.
It's pretty fun.
I don't think my parents have had a stick shift since I've been alive. So
My dad had a stick shift Tacoma, like in probably the same year as that one, and he was like, "Well, you can't have this because you can't drive stick." I'm like, "Just teach me stick, bro."
It's always the Tacomas, man.
They're legendary.
Dude, I used to run around with this guy, and he had a little. I cannot remember if it was one of those little Mazda trucks or if it was a Tacoma, right? So
Yeah.
we would be going to get dope in Memphis, and he picked me up one day, and he was like, "All right, we're gonna ride up here and get some." And I was like, "Okay." And I just remember we're going down the interstate, dude, and he was like coming up on the exit, and he was going like 85, bro. And I was like, "Dude, are you like gonna press the brakes?" And he was like, "Oh, the brakes are out." I was like, "What?" And I was like, "How are we stopping?" He was like, "Just calm down, man. I got this." He grabs the e-brake, and he's just like, like cranking that dang e-brake, dude.
Good Lord.
You know how it like has those clicks, like,
Yeah.
or whatever? Dude, we're going like 85, and he's cranking that son. Just pulling it. Anytime we're coming to a stop, he's like, coming to a stop. Dude, it was terrible.
Wow. That's scary.
Awful. Little stick shift Mazda Tacoma. Don't know what it was, but didn't have no brakes.
It seems
Just
like
cranking that e-brake, baby.
every 4-wheeler we had growing up didn't have the brakes were out on it. Like people just didn't care to put brakes on them either. You just had to downshift and run into something to stop.
Yeah, my 3-wheeler, the handbrake never worked.
Why does it seem like 3-wheelers are just like
Death
5 times more
traps.
dangerous?
Bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, think about
They
it. Though,
are.
like, 3-wheelers are like exotic, bro. Like, you don't be seeing
They're
them
common
anymore.
around here. Well, they used to be growing up.
Bro, we had I think it was a '89 Honda Big Red 250. Man, if you get them things souped up, man, you can sell them for some money. My dad gave it away
What
for
else?
free. I'm just like, man. But it was taking up some space. I'm like, bro, I wanted to make that thing look nice and wreck it again like I used to do. But
Flip it. So I was my buddy.
pop it.
You probably know Vincent Larry Lane, but he used to live next to me, and we'd hang out all the time. But we were riding my 4-wheeler in the field in front of my house, and he was like, "Let me drive," and he like begged me to let him drive. So I'm like, "Okay, bro, just don't go over 30." So this man's driving. He's like, "Woo!" You know, like he's never drove before in his life. And as soon as he goes over 30, we wreck. Like he loses control, and we're off in the like thicket. Good thing it was just a thicket, bro. It wasn't no big trees in there. But anyways, he got like thorn bushes. Like his face was all scarred up and all that.
Man.
And I was like, bro, I told you so. I ran myself over with it trying to get it out of there. But it was fun.
You know it's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
If you're like 5'6" or up or taller, trying to ride a 50cc dirt bike, bro, they're dangerous.
Can't relate.
Can't relate either.
Oh, well.
Like, yeah, man. Yeah.
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 I can relate. I can relate.
Don't you hate that?
I used to could relate.
So, Lane, do you have any advice for somebody that's out there struggling
With driving capabilities or
just like with
all
what
the
you've been
above.
through with addiction?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's honestly as simple as like you are not going to get better unless you want the help, unless you want to get better. You know, like you can, of course, you know, you can pray for better days, and you can do all of these things to, you know, be like, oh, I want to get better and all this stuff, but you actually have to make the actions and commit to doing it. You know, you can't do it for nobody else, man. You got to do it for yourself. That's what you have to do. You know, that was a good emotional moment there.
He's crying. That's how he cries. He's
I
getting
keep
emotional.
forgetting people can hear it.
I had to let it out somehow, dude.
So, I mean, there's so much we could go into. We definitely need to have you back on. Since we got your story, man, we got your story. You establish your credibility. So next time you come on, we're going to get into some topics.
Next time you
That's
get
cool,
on, you'll
dude.
be running marathons by then, and you'll be like, man, look, I went from a addict to a marathon runner, and then I woke up.
Traded one addiction for another.
Yeah. Pain, bro. He just loves pain.
Yep.
Without love.
Well, bro, I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I know you
dude.
had to
Thank
go
y'all
to
for
work.
having me, man.
If you want to
Thank y'all
just,
for having me.
if you want to just leave and then
Okay.
leave the app open for a while, and it'll probably be done uploading by the time like next 15 minutes, probably.
Cool,
But
dude.
appreciate you. How can people like connect with you?
Reach out to you.
On Facebook, Lane Harper on Facebook, on Instagram.
Look for a
also,
picture
you
that
know,
has
I mean,
him in it. And,
yeah,
that'll be
you know,
him.
if you, I mean, also if anybody is struggling with addiction, or know or a loved one is struggling with addiction, you know, go to narconon.newliferetreat.com. It's in my profile. It's on my bio and my Facebook page, on my Instagram page. So you can click on it
Lane
there.
Harper.
Yep, Lane Harper. and all the info is there. So just reach out.
And that's for all addictions. If you're addicted to throwing firecrackers at elderly people's houses, he can help you get through with that.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? That would actually be like totally unqualifiable, but that's cool.
What about do you ever you get those weekly emails from like Spotify and Apple about how many people listen to your music or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine'll be like 2 or 3.
They'll both be his when his song crosses his playlist in the gym.
Yep, I'll be lucky if I get 2 or 3.
I always skip my own music, bro. I have one of my songs in my playlist, and I'm always like, I don't want to listen to that.
Oh, come on, man. You got to listen to your own stuff, dude. If you can't listen to your own stuff, who else is going to listen to your stuff, bro?
Peyton.
What?
Oh, Lord. Uh-oh, look at this crap, bro.
Number one
dude
sports
come in here butt naked. It's not, I can't, I'm not going to show it off. All right, man. I appreciate you coming by.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me, man.
All right, man. We'll see you. You can hit leave and then.
All right. See you, boys.
See ya.
All right, Peyton. I guess he's gone.
I
just see a blur of him.
Yeah.
I see
a hooey with a hooey underneath him.
He's there. All right. Well, let's just me and you now. Incredible story, though. What do you think?
Man survived.
Impeccable.
How bro?
Man went through some wrecks, bro. Man. Whew.
When's he gonna get up? There we go.
God wanted him alive. What we got tomorrow? 15 miler?
18 miler.
I'll run 15 and you just run 3 extra.
For what are you going so short for?
I'm not, bro. I'm meeting in the middle.
Meeting in the middle would be 16.
Yeah. But we've already done 16.
Yeah? Why would we go less than that?
Because we've already done it. 15 sounds better.
17 sounds better.
Nah.
Like we've already done 18, so let's just do 19.
No. Anyways, 15 to 18 miler.
Somewhere between 15 and 20, we'll see.
But if I get to 15 and I'm feeling fresh, I'll do 5 more. But odds are I'm going to get to 12 and get to 12 and want to quit. So
I don't know. I'm not running a 10K PR before this run. So
yeah, tell everybody your PR.
Oh yeah, I PR
just random PR in the middle of the week last week before his long run.
That bro, last week was all kinds of screwed up with pushing a long run from a previous week back till Labor Day, and then the next couple of days getting rained out, so all my runs ended up in concurrent days. Not concurrent, that's consecutive days. So then I was supposed to be a 9-mile tempo run, which was supposed to be ran Thursday, but since I got rained out Wednesday, I had to run my easy run Thursday. So then I had to run my tempo Friday, go to work, and then run the long run. So I just PR'd my 10K instead of running 9 miles. 49 minutes, 20
like
seconds.
Like a 5-minute PR. Yeah, just PR, bro. Your watch was like, don't run for a week now. And then he ran.
Oh, it had my
12
recovery
miles.
for three and a half days was my recovery.
And I was ready. After he did that, I was like, man, I want to PR my half marathon tomorrow. But I knew when I wake up, I'm not going to feel it because I don't feel like running hard when I've just woke up.
I'm glad you weren't feeling it because I wasn't feeling it either.
So we only ran 12 because he was beat up. But also, it was like, bro, 12 is like, that's my okay. That's my appropriate amount of a long run.
I'm a little more. I'll be a little more fresh for our run tomorrow.
Based on mileage too, they say it do a third, 33% of your weekly mileage is your long run. So that would put me at 36 miles a week if I did a 12-mile long run. You're supposed to be, and then this week you just decided you were gonna be elite marathon runner. You're running 10 miles a day. You haven't ran anything under 6 this week.
I ran 5 yesterday.
Well,
Well, that was only, and that was only because I
now.
just wanted to hit 75 for the month. 75 miles for the month so far. 15 days in.
I was supposed to hit a 45er today, but I was like, I don't have time. Podcast, and I'll be running a lot of 45s tomorrow. So,
what are we doing today?
Today?
Yeah.
So I just got back from the gym. I did an hour and a half ago, but I did it's like, the people that did Squattober, they put out these little workouts.
Pen and paper strength app.
It said 30-minute strength session. It took me 55 minutes.
That's because of your rest periods are longer than...
Probably like a minute longer a piece. But also I warmed up a little more than they said. And that crap was heavy. So basically I did 20 sets of bench and 20 sets of rows. And that's all I did. Got a nasty pump, lifted heavy. So
well, you ever just like get the sudden urge, like, I want to go get a pump in?
Yeah, all the time. And now we're podcasting. And then after this, eating lunch with Ben Elliott.
I want to go.
At like lunchtime.
I'm staying up a little bit, so I'm gonna be going to sleep at like 1 probably.
And then I'm going over to Oxford to help somebody set up a podcast studio. And then
Carson, crazy.
After that, I'll probably just Uber till I get tired.
Bro's not even working today. You just give up working on Fridays?
I'm working 2, 3, 4 different jobs, bro. My gym job, my podcast job. Neither of those jobs pay money. The guy's going to give me some money to help set up his studio. And then I'll be Ubering.
When are you going to set up our studio?
When I'll send you the list. You just buy the stuff.
I'm about to buy a GoPro.
Well, we're not going to use GoPros for our studio. 9? Yeah, get the 10, actually.
You told me last time to not.
I said get the one before the one they're out. They're on like the 11.
You said get the 2 before.
No. All right, Riley, you want to go on with the podcast?
Yeah.
Tell them what you think.
I'm going to be...
Say, hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Bo. He can't hear. Little mutt.
He said, hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
How old are you?
How are you?
He's just copying me. He asked how old you were.
I'm 32.
All right, dude. See ya.
Dang, bro. The Hero 10's $10. $20 more though. Like,
bro, it's a whole year model newer.
What?
I guess a year. I would just assume. So we got a lot of guests. I put a post up on the social medias like last week asking for people who wanted to come on the podcast. If you know anybody, that'd be cool to come on. Send them our way. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to people reaching out. Cody Murphy, hope you can hop on soon. We've had Peyton. Abby won't come on. Carson, like I said, it was just like, I was talking to Lane. I was like, we had Carson on a few times, and it was like nothing. It's just like a bro sesh. I even get my stepdad on, Chris. Talk some smack about some conspiracals, thorough, something. We got some preachers wanting to come on. So y'all come on, put the work in.
Well, you're going to have to get Roger back on. He got that hike in a month.
I want people, there's 2 things I want people these pastors to help me do. Is to reconcile self-defense and Christianity, firearms, stuff like that, America versus the kingdom. I want, that's the type of nuance I want to talk about, because that's the type of stuff that goes on in my head. But also, working hard for a job, for doing all this, putting work in at the gym, and resting in Jesus. It's I want that reconciled, because you could say that's two different things, because resting just has to do with your salvation, and working, that's just your work. But it's all inclusive. So I just want to. That's a nuanced discussion I want to have. Hopefully we can get Cole Burks on. He's a pastor in Knoxville. I'm trying to get Ben on, but he's so busy, man. He's just like the busiest guy I know.
Just don't
He'd be
get
putting
Ben
work
on.
in.
Get Tool Belt Billy on.
Yeah, Tool Belt Billy. I'm surprised you know it. That's what we'll do, bro. It'll be a lot funner. Tool
Tool
Belt
Belt
Billy.
Billy. Bro, we got to get Ginger Billy.
That'll be a far turn in the opposite direction. Who else do we want? I'm trying to think. There's somebody else that I was like, yeah, that'd be a good guest.
I got that business owner I've been forgetting to reach out to.
Get that Matt Robertson dude. We need more fitness. We need to get Roger back on. I want Roger to come on and talk besides Appalachian. I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff. He was on for like 6 hours.
Talking about caffeine, illegal caffeine, high amounts of caffeine.
He's on so long, it's impossible not to get shorts. How are you doing on them shorts, bro?
Bro.
I told Lane to say something about the shorts, but he didn't say anything. I was like, hey, bro, mention something about us not putting any shorts out. We need to get Trevor on. He is
see how far his prep is for 2024.
He's been struggling with a knee injury. But whatever. So appreciate y'all watching. What else you want to talk about? You have anything else to say today? New Mexico governor doing junk.
And then
nobody's dealing with it though. Nobody's accepting it, so it worked out.
I saw a video of one of the county sheriffs.
He's like,
saying
we
will not enforce this. So do what you will.
It's like if they could do stuff like that, they could do anything. Like if they could just say, all right, well, this is illegal. This is legal, like without proper processes, then they could do anything. That's scary.
The good thing is that is only also on a state level law. However, it's like, it's weird because like, if you think about how, state law, like in that state trumps federal law. But if it's illegal federally, but legal statewide, it's like, it gets crazy. Think about marijuana,
It's a complicated discussion.
What do the kids call it these days?
Gas.
Weed.
I don't know.
Mary Jane.
Dope.
The good stuff.
You need to stay up there where your lighting's good.
I gotta get right here, man.
So yeah, we got. Look, if y'all listened to last week, I apologize if I came off at times as if I wanted violence. I do not encourage violence. I was just going through the logical processes. But, be Jesus. Look a little handsome. He got his hoodie plaid on. He got some clothes on now. He's wearing that Peyton Cook attire. Oh,
damn, bro,
where you going?
Just like his big brother.
Peyton. So we're going to the game tomorrow. Hopefully, Peyton, we're going to go ahead and call him out before. If you don't get the tickets, we're going to jump him. He promised us all tickets.
But that's why, that's one of the reasons I'm staying up, because one, you
want to be on schedule for the game.
Yeah, like, I'm already going to be tired no matter what. So I'm just trying to be less tired. So I'm staying up till like 1 o'clock maybe, and then I'm going to fall asleep. Try to sleep till like 8 if I can.
And then go to work, wake
run. Up, go to work, leave work, go run, leave run, go home, leave home, go game.
Bet.
Leave game, go home.
Game of the week, bro. In Oxford. Best game that day. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Put work in. Dill the Young, Peyton Cook, Lane Harper.
When the Dill the Young rerun coming?
Who knows if it will.
Dylan the Young.
Dylan the young. That's it. Dylan the
Well,
old.
you ain't even young anymore. You old. You
Dylan
27.
the old elder. I'm gonna be Dill the elder.
Or you 26? Which one?
26.
Oh, yeah, you old.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all sticking in. Hope y'all. Hope this episode helped y'all. If you know anybody that needs help, do whatever Lane said. But I don't remember what he said the place was called. But reach
Did
out
he
to
even
him.
say the name?
I think he did. Well, just reach out to him. Yeah, get y'all some apparel, whatever. Do what y'all do. Go to
Black
Amazon.
Rifle Coffee. We're not sponsored, but maybe we will one day.
CrossFit Mayhem.
CrossFit Black
Training
Rifle.
Tank. Luca.
Winchester. Let's get it.
We'll take it. Send us money, please. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Uptown. Peace out.